Assalamu alaikum. My name is NIDA ZAHRA. I'm doing my MH from Old Campus, Hyderabad. Today we are going to discuss about a topic related to the lifespan and the development of human. Okay, what is human development? Okay, now we describe first of all the definition. The scientific study of changes in individuals' physical, social, emotional, and cognitive through the life cycle also focuses on the ways of people stays the same. Right, this is the definition. First of all, we have to look each part of the definition, and the first word which we are going to discuss is the scientific study. What does scientific study imply? It is looking at a process for understanding something. Now, what is the important word in the entire definition? In the entire definition, the important word, yes, exactly, is changes. Our focus during the topic is we think about human growth and development. Alright, scientific study implies the informations we are going to present as a research base. It's not just my opinion and someone else's opinion, but these are some bases on content that we are going to covering. And growth and development always implies changes in the individuals that we have to focus. Alright, what is growth and development? Growth and development always come in pairs, but for exactly the difference between growth and development in the field of psychology. Okay, how do we describe psychology? Psychology defines growth as the physical change that a particular individual undergoes. Psychology defines development as the overall growth of the human throughout their lifespan. Now, growth. Growth refers to an increase in same quantity over times. The quantity can be physical, for example, growth in height, weight. Alright, now development. Development is the systematic and orderly change organisms experience as they live and either gain or lose abilities. We are going to focus changes in some main areas, like one is physical, social, emotional, cognitive, language, and spiritual. Physical development, one of the most main areas we are going to focus. Okay, what is physical growth? How the human change in terms of height and weight. Motor development. What is motor development? Individuals voluntarily control their muscles. Most of the newborns' movements control how they control. As the child mature and older, they gain more and more control on their muscles and movements. We'll talk about motor development in two main areas, like large motors, or we can call it gross motors. We often talk about large motor groups, for example, arms, legs. Sometimes it refers to large movements like walking, running, jumping, climbing, lifting, and more. Small motors, we call it fine motors, using fine muscles. For example, using your hands, your fingers, for example, for writing, for catching. Okay. Now, development of organs and sensory organs. What are sensory organs, Yes, we can focus on smelling. Like you are smelling something, you are hearing, listening also. Okay, these are called the sensory organs. Sensory organs changing from young to old over the course of life. Most important development in whole topic is the brain development. Your brain changes the whole course of life. When you are small, the brain works indifferently, and when you are changing your age, the brain works differently and more maturely than you were in the age when you were toddler. Okay, now we will move to social development. Social development allows us to form positive relationship with family, with friends, with teachers, and all other people who are living in your society and living too near you. The people, the person is a social animal, so it has to interact with other people who are living in the environment and to interact with the habitat. All right, now the third one is cognitive development. It is the ability to think, remember, understand, reason, and decide. The simple term for cognitive is processes. Over the years, we see the tremendous change in young children understanding and seeing the world, think about the world very differently than adult students. Alright, what is emotional development? We will see some key areas of emotional development. What are our emotions? Emotions that we present in front of, we are showing like frustration, sadness, happiness, anger, and joy. So these are the kinds of emotions that we show in different stages of life. Now, what are the situation causes those emotions? And most importantly, how do we learn to deal with those emotions positively? Very young children have differently to handle frustration. The whole pairs by the time we became young adults, we have to learn how to handle those expressions. What are the situations creating in your life? Frustration. How do you deal with the frustration? What things make you mad, excited, and happy? And how do you react? These are your part of emotions. We react differently in the different phases of life, like self-concept, identity, how individuals see, deal by themselves. To look into, we have to focus on self-esteem, like many things like personality. So if you want to describe your emotions in personality, in terms of personality, so we can see that how do we react when we are frustrated? How do we react when we are happy? How do we react when we are angry? And how do we react when we are sad? This is language development. It is the process starting early human life. Infants start without knowing a language, yet by 10 months, babies can distinguish speech sounds. Means what sound it is and where it is coming from. Okay. In short, it is a process by which children come to understand and communicate language during early childhood. Okay, and the last one is spiritual development. It is the change in the person's sacred or spiritual life. It means going beyond the mind and the ego and realizing who you really are. For example, listen to your gut feeling, Don't dismiss signs. And the meditations help many people calm their mind. Sometimes you sit in a lonely place and relaxing your mind and thinking about that you are not here, but you are something very high and spiritually not present in the world. So you calm and relax your mind. In short, we can describe why human development is necessary. Human development is necessary for developing human life. Human development also emphasizes more on social justice than economic growth. It's necessary for third world countries, especially it reduces the discriminations between different social communities. You see the difference between the different social communities. This is the topic that related to the personality development, and we have covers all the areas that you need to know about it. Hope you have fully understood the whole topic, and thank you very much for listening this topic, and hope we'll see in the future topics and we'll discuss more and further. Assalamu alaikum.